Welcome back. This is Anime Chaos, and on this one, we are going to be talking about the Netflix
I forgot
problem.
what we're doing. You said welcome back, and I'm like, welcome where? We didn't go nowhere. Hi, I'm Shy.
I'm Kyle.
All right, welcome back to Anime Chaos, and yeah, let the shitstorm begin.
It's going to be a fun one, I think. We're talking about Netflix and their recent decision to cut the episodes in half. Well, not lengthwise, but in terms of the fact that they've only got 8 episodes for a season, which is already short for a season, and then you're releasing half the season at a time. Mm-hmm. And their claim and argument is it's going to help with consumer retention, this, that, and the other. And they're trying to make it better for post-production, which I'll give them that one. That makes sense. You get a little extra time to go through and make sure the special effects and stuff look good. I'll give you that. That's fine. Mm-hmm. My issue is it's already only 8 episodes long for most of their shows as it is. And you're sitting here trying to tell me that my brain just died.
We'll find it. Resuscitate it.
You're sitting here trying to tell me that I'm going to be able to retain my recollection of your show that if I'm already just barely paying attention to as it is, that when you drop the second half of it in a month, I'm supposed to be able to just pick it up and remember it. Their goal, obviously, is to get you to go back and rewatch it again in preparation, but some people ain't got that kind of time.
Or the first half wasn't good enough for me to want to go back and rewatch it anyway.
Exactly.
So
cutting it in half just makes it even more unlikely that people are going to go back and finish the last half of the season.
I mean, think of it this way. When you did it the first time, you released all the episodes. You didn't do no split, I don't believe. You did it all in one whack.
Yep.
And people were still talking about it for a long time because they saw at the end was going to be a part 2. There's going to be a season 2. So the talk was already there and the excitement was already there. It's just you took forever to get that second part for whatever reasons, and I don't care.
Yeah, we're talking about Wednesday on this one in particular. I was speaking more broadly on Netflix's shows as a whole.
Yeah, but my
Wednesday in particular is
my thought process right now is Wednesday because
I really like Wednesday, and
I was excited for the first season. I was excited for the first season. The first season was really good, but if you're going to cut out certain characters, main-ish supporting characters, I don't really care for whatever the reasons were. I'm not going to go into the reasons. It's like you sliced and spliced this show so much. It didn't have to be 8 episodes. You could have made it longer if that
needed to be longer. It really needed to be longer.
To really put what you need in there so it doesn't feel rushed. Like the show was suspenseful. It was good. Honestly, from the first episode, first season when I watched it, I kind of already figured who the villain was. Okay?
Yeah. That's a big problem is they drop their villains so quickly you can figure out, yes, they'll give you a couple options, but you're like, I already know who the villain is.
Yeah, it was a misdirect. They try to tell you it was this person.
And they're not good at doing misdirects, let's be honest.
It was like, oh, okay, but I was like, no, it's probably the guy that Mr. Nice Guy, working the barista dude. So you can kind of the thing was you knew who it was, you just didn't know how. You didn't know the how.
Yep.
Or the why, but you knew who it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
At least for me, it was like that. And so now this one, again, they ended the first season with basically him breaking out, and then her getting that random text message from a number that wasn't programmed in that phone, that the guy who gave it to her, who's not even in the season for reasons, and then you cut out so many other people's parts that they're redundant, and so therefore they're not in the show either. Or scenes of people that are still in there, but they are getting very little screen time. It's just like the direction you're going, you need more time to really make it feel like inclusive. I don't know if that's the right word, but
pacing is such a massive problem, and they have not paced it well at all.
It's like you're splicing so much just to focus on one thing when there's so many multiple parts going on.
Yep, and then you've got them playing the detective part of it throughout, but then it's just poorly directed on the detecting, I think.
Yeah, really. It's like
yes, coming to a false conclusion is not the end of the world, but you got to weave that tightly like there's no tomorrow to make that work.
They did so well in the first season,
for the most part.
Yeah.
There were bits and parts and pieces where it definitely was a no on that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm very much. I like Wednesday still being Wednesday. And what I mean by that is she is detached. She is very nonchalant. She is very just like, if I see that happening, it's just like, was it painful? I like that. Like, it's a little
too melodramatic, isn't it?
That is just like, I like that she was warming up to the girl.
Enid.
Yeah. I like that she was warming up to Enid. That's fine.
I do like that too.
I do love their friendship and their dynamic in that. But it's like you're trying. Now it's like you're trying too hard to still be the standoffish psychopathic type.
It
Wednesday.
Feels forced.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as natural.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just. Yeah, that's my whole thing. Is like it's feeling forced the way the story is playing out. There's a way to do it to where she can still be that, psychopath, but what does it say with Sherlock Holmes, high functioning psychopath? There's still ways you can do it to where she still has that just very standoffish, just like, okay, I don't care about that, but she cares, but she doesn't show it type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that is making it seem kind of forced. But that's just to me. But honestly, I checked out after the first season because all the drama that was going behind it, and I was like, okay, you're ruining
a potentially good thing.
You're ruining my enthusiasm for this show to the point that when they announced it, I was like, I don't even care. So it's like...
I was excited, but I didn't realize it had been 3 years since the release between seasons. I'm just like... 3 years is a long time, and a lot of these characters, because they were very young when they first got on the first season, you see them and you're expected to believe that a summer has passed.
Just a summer passed.
But it's been 3 years, and they've aged up.
Because, what is it, Pugly? You did a lot in that summer, sir. I mean, he doesn't look that, but I'm saying.
And then the beekeeping kid, his voice deepened big time.
Yeah, over a summer?
Over a summer?
Growth spurts are a thing.
And deepening voices can certainly happen very abruptly. It's not an impossibility. It's just... There was no way that it was ever going to fully work out 3 years after the fact. And I'm kind of angry at this current first 4 episodes because you spent all this time building up so much mystery.
Yeah, anticipation.
And now the vast majority of your characters are dead.
Or gone. Like, what happened to them? We know what happened. But, like, what happened to, so it's just like, there's a lot of holes that, I don't know. I feel like, for me, at least, this is just me. A lot of people are very excited about it. A lot of people are very into the show. It's just the publicity that you're getting is probably not the publicity that you wanted.
And obviously, at this point, this zombie character is the main baddie of the whole thing. And I hate that it's that obvious. I'm just like, okay, I'm curious to see what you're going to do with this zombie character.
I've seen clips where they're trying to make it seem like Morticia is the villain. And I'm just like, if she is, so what?
She's just a constant... So far, I think she's more so just been a constant pushback against Wednesday's desires more than anything.
Which, again...
But you can frame anything to seem a certain way if you cut it together just right, so...
I know. I don't know. The stuff that I've seen on it was like they're trying to make it seem like Morticia is the new villain to focus on and da-da-da-da. But I'm like, okay...
It feels like that would be more interesting than where they're going right now.
Well, here's my thing. Is like, why are you trying to make the family... against each other, I guess, because when it comes down to it, the Addams family actually genuinely love each other. Yep. I am not saying that when you get older, you don't have spiffs with counterparts in your family, but it's making it, to me, is like, why are you trying to make it seem like she can't stand her mom? Like, she can't stand her family. Her mom in particular, just mostly her mom, because she loves her dad. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, why are we pushing that narrative? Because that was not really the thing. Yeah, you have teenage rebellion or whatever, but that's not really...
Especially when you consider that the Addams family was built in such a way that it was showing the opposite of what was the norm for cultural society.
They basically were the norm. Like, the people that seemed normal were the weird ones, and the Addams family, who were the weird ones, were the normal ones.
Yep.
You know?
Because they showed love and caring for each other and were a genuine, just close-knit family, which apparently was not the norm in the time frame when the Addams family was first created.
Yeah.
It was very distant and disconnected and very almost like housemates.
Yeah, which is kind of like what I'm seeing with this series, at least with the mom and Wednesday, Morticia and Wednesday. So I was like, I don't like that. If mom's a villain, then daughter needs to be a villain with her. That's the vibes I'm wanting to give off.
Or if mom's going to be a villain, she better go hard on that villain.
I want it to be, if mom is the villain, then Wednesday, you just don't say shit. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a...
She's got a main character complex, Wednesday does, for this one, I think. Like, she sees something wrong and she has to correct it with you. So it feels out of place for Wednesday.
Yeah, because that's not it. She sees something wrong, she's like, I'm going to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
I'm going to see how this plays out and see if it's, you know, if it's going to affect me in any way. If it doesn't, I might, if it's someone I care about, like Enid, then yeah, I might warn that one.
Yeah.
But if it's nothing to me, I don't care. Just like, let me see this play out.
I do like that she has a friendship with the beekeeper.
And the beekeeper boy. Like them.
That's good. That works.
That's another thing. Like those two, if it doesn't concern them and the siren chick.
I'm surprised that they've created a very solid and I think believable friendly rivalry between the two of them. I just wish we could have seen more of it in season 1, because I'll be honest, it seemed very abrupt in those last 3 episodes of the season, where all of a sudden they're just on the similar page. I'm like, where'd this come from? Because you sure didn't develop this.
Yeah, it needed a bit more. They needed a bit more interaction, I believe, for that to have been more believable.
Most of these characters needed more interaction with each other. With Wednesday being this main character, which is fine. I think she was always the most liked character, even in the original series, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You just need more of that character interaction in a way that's balanced, and I don't know how you're going to do it, because even when you have a full hour dedicated to an individual episode, it feels like there's just chunks missing. It's like, I don't understand how you're pacing.
I know Ortega helped direct this one.
I don't know.
I think she helped direct.
If she did, I hope it works out well in her favor.
I think she helped direct it, and I think they were rumors. It's all speculation. I don't know for fact.
Tim Burton at least got to do some of his animation in season 2.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, the first episode they had a flashback thing, and he did his animation in his 3D puppetry style. But I think it's 3D animated as opposed to actual stop motion. But it looks like stop motion 3D puppet work. Mm-hmm. It's nice to see it getting incorporated. It really is. I like that. That's good. I'm curious to see if they're going to do more of it, because I think they only did it mainly for episode 1.
Well, again, it's the same thing with the they only did it for nostalgia's sake. It wasn't, Well,
I do like that in season 1 they incorporated the double snap as part of the
music.
No, the night snare.
It was always that
where she had to figure out the Edgar Allan Poe entry into that.
Yeah, that was season 1.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. They only did it for that, and you got the nostalgia version for it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. They only did it.
It's clever. It's good employment of that.
Yeah, and I think Jenna Ortega wanted that in there, something like that. Because you gotta have that. That's the staple of the show.
That's a big part of it. That was literally probably the most memorable part of the entire franchise.
That's literally it. If you don't know nothing else, you know that tune and the snap.
Yep.
But I don't know. Hopefully the second half is better for you. You just have to let me know, because I'm not really enthused about it. It's like Attack on Titans. Okay, that giant gap from season 1 to season 2, I was over it.
It took them 4 years to get to Attack on Titan season 2. You cannot take long breaks between seasons and have people care anymore.
Well, some people. My thing with the long break is this: don't burn yourself out and make yourself sick. By all means, take your time. But that was a very long time.
At least
between it.
At least do some sort of upkeep of, hey, we're working on this. Just so you're aware, it's taking some time. This is heads up. It's going to be a little while. But bear in mind, we're coming back with
how many years was it?
It was literally 3 years.
3 years? That's a lot. I get a year, maybe a year and a half.
A year and a half.
But 3 years, by then, I was kind of out of it. I had to rewatch season 1 just to get back in the feeling of watching season 2.
Yep.
And then by the time I got to season 2, you were killing everybody off.
Yep.
And I was like, and I'm done with you. So I will be the one to say it. I ain't never finished Attack on Titans after season 2.
I think probably
5 episodes.
I think probably the worst franchise, and this was not their fault. It was the fault of Nickelodeon. Hey Arnold. the distance between when the show ended and when they finally got the Jungle movie.
Oh, yeah.
It took them, it released in 2017. It took them about 20 years between the end of the original series and the Jungle movie to finally get that conclusion that they had been building up to.
That literally just died out. My thing also is, if you're gonna wait that long,
make it worth it.
Yeah, and my thing at that point, I'm just watching it for nostalgia's sake, just to say I watched it.
Yeah.
If it's that long, especially if it's a movie, but it shows like that, the gaps in between, and it's like, is it necessary? Now with animation, yes, sometimes depending, but with shows that's only 8 episodes, I get you want to keep the suspense alive and people talking about it. But
I'm sorry, 8 episodes is not enough.
I would say a half. If it was 16 episodes and you did 8, cut it, and then go on,
I'd prefer a full 26 episode season. I miss those days when we had full 26 episode seasons. And then 13 would have felt sufficient for the first half drop. That would make total sense.
6 episodes and then 6 episodes.
And then you get better pacing.
Yeah.
Because you're actually getting the opportunity to take the time to flesh out these characters more. Because that's my biggest issue by far, aside from the pacing with Wednesday and a lot of these shows of recent with their
pacing.
It's the pacing. You don't get character development the way you need it. You don't get to care about these characters much. I think they did an okay job in focusing on Wednesday. I've seen a lot of people say, I wish they'd focus on Wednesday more. I'm like, more? I think she got plenty of focus. I would have liked to have seen some of these other characters get fleshed out better.
You still need to build up the other characters, because then it won't make sense her interactions with those characters.
Why do I have to care about Enid if they're saying they're getting close but we're not seeing it? Why do I have to care about this Bianca character if they're suddenly out of nowhere frenemies, friendly rival enemies, whatever, but we didn't see that? All of a sudden it's just, I've just looped you in and now you're in on this, and I'm just like, when?
Where'd they come from? And season 1, I feel like yes, it worked out in the sense of them getting roped into helping save the school, because her mom started that club. And she's like, if you're so gung-ho about this club and what it represents, then you need to protect the school. I don't give a crap about you or this group, but since you care about this group that my mom is the founder of, so therefore, queen, what you talking about, like I'm royalty up in here, then protect the school. So I can see where they still didn't like each other, but their common goal was protect the school.
Yep.
And Wednesday, yes, protect the school, but also was like, I'm not trying to, so again, it was, I'm trying to solve this mystery because these visions I'm seeing says that I am in danger, and there's all these other clues and stuff like that. That's what, so I like season 1 because it was more like that. It was like, the reason why I'm solving this is, one, because these visions are driving.
It directly involves me somehow.
It directly involves me.
I have to figure it out.
Yeah, and I need to figure this out. Like, something's about to happen. Something's about to go down, and it involves me.
And I will say this. Of season 1, I think they did a solid job of having the other characters be a pushback against her and say, no, you're not getting involved in this anymore, because every time you do, something else happens. I'm like, I get it. Yes, it's frustrating, but I appreciate that, like, the police officer, the sheriff, whatever, every time they pushed back, it felt logical.
Because one, you're a kid.
Yep.
2, this is bigger than we even know what's going on.
Yep. And yet somehow you claim to be able to figure it out off of these visions that we aren't able to see, so we can only guesstimate on what's actually happening. Yeah,
like, you're saying this, but at the same time, and also with the principal, it's, I knew your parents, and so it's like, I'm taking what you say to grain of salt, because the principal had issues with her mother anyway.
Yeah. I don't hate a twist villain. I don't. I appreciate that her conclusions that she came to were logical for what they were worth.
Yeah.
Especially in season 1, I was like, okay, I see where you were going with this therapist. I appreciate it. I don't think it was the worst thought process, because it made logical sense.
Because again, she's a kid. So like, this is all, like, season 1 just was done better. It was just done
so far
better, in the sense of, well, one, you have to, again, remember this is a teenager, and she's having to interact with other people, and it's not just a normal public school with preppy people. These are also weird people like her. Yep. So it's like, there's a level of, we're still going to tolerate you, we're still going to deal with you because you're just as weird as we are.
Yep. And of course, it's too early to fully say season 2 is a wash. They've only seen half of it so far.
So hopefully the second half is a redemption.
I'm frustrated that you have spent all this time building up these new characters and killing off old characters from the first season, and apparently just having one character just not be a part of it anymore, which I didn't know the entire reason. I didn't even remember that until I went back and watched it again. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that, pay attention to that, but it's because I started watching season 2 before I went back to watch season 1, then I went back to watch season 1 so I could try to better understand season 2 a little more.
You realize people are missing?
Yeah, I didn't fully realize that one character was missing. And then I remember the other characters, but I was like, I'm more focused on the fact right now that their ghoul character, whatever, one of the main villains of season 1, that the animation looks better, that it looks better lit, but it doesn't look quite so plasticky and Play-Doh-y.
Yeah, it did. That CGI was...
That was some bad CGI for season 1, and the CGI for season 2 looks better.
For
2022,
this generation, that should have not been... But then again...
It shouldn't have been 1990s CGI, which is what it looked like.
Yeah. But I mean, I would say, like, what is it? Her name's Enid? Enid. Her werewolf wasn't that bad. But it was just a ghoul. It was the ghoul.
The ghoul was a disaster.
That was just like...
the Hyde. That's what it was, a Hyde.
Yeah. He needed some work.
Oh, they had to go back to the drawing board with that one. I'm glad they seem to have fixed it so far with what we've seen. That's good, because it needed it. Because you can't keep doing dark scenes all the time and still somehow have it look awful and poorly lit that doesn't fit into the lighting of the scene.
But hopefully second half is good. I know there's a lot of people that probably really, really liked it. I'm honestly...
I didn't hate it.
Well, no, but I'm not about to watch 4 episodes just to wait a whole month to watch another one. So if I watch it, I'm going to wait till the whole thing comes out. Am I going to remember to go back and watch it? I don't know. I'll have to be reminded to go back, because that's my issue with this model that Netflix is trying to do. You want people to be retaining this information and remember it, and clearly you're wanting people to go back and rewatch it multiple times. But if the first 4 episodes sucked, and let's be honest, the first 4 episodes were not great, I'm not even going to lie to you. I think the first 4 episodes were quite underwhelming. Well, this is your review on it, so be honest.
Yeah, the first 4 episodes were quite underwhelming. Not terrible, but underwhelming. The fact that one of the major villains gets dropped at the midway point, and you're expecting me to now care...
What happened on the second half?
You're expecting me to care about what's going to happen in the second half now, whatever, but am I going to even remember? Probably not.
Netflix will remind you. You'll get that reminder to say something, and then more what's what I'm looking for? Trailers and sneak peeks and teasers and stuff will come out to remind you.
I just think it's very sad that you have so far in this first 4 episodes had like 3 villains, maybe 4 villains, and the vast majority of them have been killed already.
I think the whole plot is like there's so many villains, which one's the right villain? Because you're killing them off thinking that's the end, and then there's another one. And then you kill this one off and you think, well, I don't know if they're killing them.
And somehow 1 or 2 of them is definitely going to have survived events, and you're like, okay, but you shouldn't have.
You're like, how did you survive that? But then again, this is a school of what's it called? Mystery? Weirdos? Misfits, thank you.
Outcasts. It's outcasts, that's what they are. Misfits, though, works just as well.
Yeah, I said weirdos. I thought that's what the word was, but yeah.
It's Outcast.
Outcast, so it's one of those type of schools. The one dude that's not in there could paint in the Game of Life, so, you know.
I thought that was very clever. I liked it.
I wanted to know more, and this is what I think the problem is, because how you ended season 1, we were going to, at least I was hoping we would learn more about him.
It would have been helpful.
And why he's
he's kind of an enigma.
Exactly, through the whole thing. That's why everyone thought...
That's why he was the misdirect.
That's why he was the misdirect, exactly. Yeah. So I wanted to know... And he's the one that gave her the dang gum phone in the end of it. So it was like...
And then she just gets rid of the phone in a little cutaway scene. It's like, I got rid of it. I dropped it in water by accident or something.
No, you clearly, at the end of that season, she had the phone and she had text messages. Why would you get rid of her phone when you had a message from someone that you don't even know who it is? Why would you get rid of the phone? When you keep the phone and try to track the number?
And see, well, they already completely covered that entire thing in the first 2 episodes of the season.
Oh, they just kind of gave you this is what happened off camera?
No. We got the full understanding of her stalker within the first 2 episodes of the season. And now the stalker is working for her.
Oh, great.
So,
yeah,
I'm not opposed to it. I'm just like, okay, I know this stalker's
the love interest that I want is not even there. So is your love interest going to be the word stalker?
No.
Okay.
No, definitely not. But this stalker, I know she's more than she appears to be. There is no way in hell that this stalker is not the daughter of the first villain, or the main villain of season 1. There is just no way in hell that she's not. And she's clearly going to be more important. But you think you're being clever.
Is she the snippet of... I did see a snippet of when Enid approached Wednesday. It was like, you're being really buddy-buddy to this person. Yep. And then Wednesday's like, well, you're really being buddy-buddy to the wolf pack over there. And she's like, well, don't bring me into this. Like, I still want to help you with mystery stuff. But at the same time, like, I also want to help you non-mystery stuff. Like, just be friends or something.
Yep.
That's what that was. I didn't catch the girl's name. I didn't see it. I only saw that one spot. And I was like,
I don't know the girl's name. Because she's that unimportant. I don't care about her.
She'll be more important in the second half.
She's most definitely going to be more important in the second half. And that frustrates me because I already know that that's what's happened because you've killed off all the other potential villains already. I'm just like...
Well, we also don't know what happened to the main villain, the woman, the original Wednesday. I can't think of her name.
Christina Ricci?
Yeah, Christina Ricci. We don't know.
She got killed at the last part of episode 4.
So what the fuck? Okay.
And this one...
She really is dead.
Well, Tyler broke out and... claws right through her. Okay, so unless they could somehow manage to get her and get her healed up in the middle of a jailbreak of an asylum, there's no way she survived that.
Well, did it end with that, or did we actually?
Yes, it ended with that.
Okay, so
the likelihood that she has survived that is low, not impossible,
but low,
but very, very, very low. And frankly, at this point, I did appreciate that Christina Ricci is the one who plays her.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that that's the 90s Wednesday.
Yeah, I like that she was in it. I like that she was in it.
That was smart and that was clever, and I appreciated that. And she did a great job, I think, for the most part, for what she was there. Her acting was good. Frankly, I hated the last 2 or 3 episodes of season 1 because for all your buildup of this pilgrim, demon, whatever guy.
He got defeated too fast?
He got defeated within 10 minutes of coming out. And I'm like, where was the suspense in this?
The build-up didn't match the climax.
And that's happened a lot with some other series that I've watched. And I'm like, you mean to tell me that you were predicting all this, building up to all this, and your main villain blew up within 10 minutes? Or there was another series I watched, an anime, I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Yeah, there was a character who was like trapped in a book or something, got released, and within the and within the same episode of being released, no, it wasn't Goosebumps.
Oh, you said the anime, sorry.
I don't remember what it was, but in the same episode that he got released, he was sucked back in the book and done. And I'm just like, you mean to tell me that not only did you not build up to this well to begin with, but you spent this amount of time building up to all of this to have this villain be defeated that fast, and I'm somehow supposed to care, despite the fact that
was it a movie or a series?
It was definitely a series. I just don't remember the name of it.
Because I've seen series where that happens, where the main villain gets defeated, and then now they're friends with the person that defeated him.
Yeah, that's fine. But this is a case where, no, this guy literally got sucked right back into the book within 10 minutes of release. And I'm like...
And then there was no more seeing him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And not only was your build-up maybe half of the season up to this point, he didn't even come close to living up to all of that.
Wait, the season? I thought you meant just the first episode.
No.
Oh.
Whatever this show was that I don't remember the name of it, they spent half of that season building up to this evil guy's release. He gets released and is sucked back in the book halfway through the episode. And I do mean halfway through the episode.
It's not even the end.
No. That's how bad the pacing was on whatever that show was. I don't remember. But it's just, you did the exact same thing in Wednesday. You spent 5 of 8 episodes with all of this mystery surrounding it, building up to this, with the only real hintings of his evil presence being a picture. A little bit of a prophecy that wasn't really that well detailed. Flashbacks to that time period of Salem's witch trials and all that. And yeah, obviously he's a big villain, whatever. And then not 10 minutes later of his release is he blown up to smithereens. And you're like, well then what was the point?
So, and my thing too is like he just wanted to burn down the school. What was he gonna do after that?
Oh, he wanted to murder every single one of the outcasts.
I know, but
he was then going to go around and just kill any other outcasts all around the world, I think.
Oh, okay.
He was some kind of a zombie demon thing or something. And I get the feeling that he's going to be rehashed somehow, some way into this zombie that's the background villain right now in the first 4 episodes of season 4. And I'm like, y'all are going to do that, and I'm going to see it coming, and it's going to piss me off because it's half-assed.
I don't think they should bring him back. He ran his course in the first one,
and he didn't do it well.
No, but the cleanups was the Hyde and Christina Ricci's character. That was the cleanups from season 1.
Yep. And the Hyde is now just out loose, running around.
Yeah.
So he's gonna play a role somewhere again
in the second half somewhere, and either he's going to
he'll be dead by the end of it. That much we know.
That or actually be with Wednesday, one of the two.
Because that was her first. That last one.
That was her first love in the first one, technically. If they hadn't got rid of the other character, the other love interest, I could have saw something possibly with that. And honestly,
a love triangle done well would have been nice.
But yeah, I honestly wouldn't have been upset if she ended up with them because again, since she likes mystery so daggone much, we would have found out what was the deal between his father and him. Like, why were you such a mystery, right? Because she likes mysteries. He's a mystery.
Yeah. Well, we got the background enough to know that his father knew that his wife was a Hyde.
That was the doctor. That was the sheriff.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the...
Oh, you're talking about the painter.
The painter.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm not... Yeah, no.
I'd like to know more of what was going on with him, too. Yeah, because they did nothing to flesh that out.
I thought season 2 was going to give us more of that, because it ended with them 2 and possibly something going on with that. Yeah. And so I thought, okay, season 2 will... One, we'll figure out what happened to the Hyde, because we know he broke out, or he's going to be able to play a part in season 2 because how it ended. And 2, Christina Ricci's character, because we don't really see her dying. We saw her getting attacked by bees and she ran away. So I knew that they were going to come in to play somehow. I was like, okay, then the second love interest, he'll come into play, and we'll probably learn more about him, and we might even see more of his powers and what he can do in this next season. And then everything happened. I'm just like, okay, y'all know what?
And see, now there's 2 other possibilities as well that's going to get thrown in this, because now that the vast majority of all of these villains have been killed off for the first half of season 2, this woman who was tested on may very well be the missing sister of Morticia.
Morticia has a sister?
Yeah. And she wound up in an asylum. I get the strong feeling that that's who this is, and she's going to suddenly become Wednesday's next spirit guide or whatever, and either she's going to wind up dead and become a spirit guide, or she's going to now be the next villain somehow. And
there's a lot going on.
There is too much going on for how little this season is.
Yeah, and just not enough to unpack it.
And it doesn't matter that you're giving it an hour per episode. That's lovely.
It feels like you're still not.
You're rushing it somehow still because it's too much. You could break this up into 2 seasons with how much you've got going on, and it's just, why are we packing it so full with so much to eliminate so many characters from season 1 to cause undue confusion that could just be done better with just a little better pacing and a little less muchness?
Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I'm probably not going to watch the second season until
the whole thing
is done, so that when I can just
September.
Rip it off like a Band-Aid. When I saw the trailer and it said August, September, I said, y'all splitting it. But I forgot that the first season was only 8 episodes. So I was thinking, okay, it's going to be a pretty good chunk here, and then you just pick it back up, right?
It would have been so nice if that was the case.
I forgot that it was only 8 episodes from the first season.
And that's why this model does not work. Don't split your already short seasons into even shorter 2-part seasons. That's stupid.
I mean, even animes, when they split their stuff, you got at least 12 episodes
at least
before they stop for mid-season, and
it feels natural.
Yeah, and then you come back later and they continue on, because I think Dr. Stone stopped at, I can't remember what episode it stopped at, but it was a good, like, almost, I think, double digits before they stopped and then picked it back up again. I'm already in the pick back up part because the intro was changed. So that's different, because you've given us a huge chunk already, and then all right, little break.
and it's a sustainable, substantial chunk usually with anime.
Yeah, like they give you a nice break somewhere in it. It's like if you took One Piece live action, because that was only 8 episodes, but it didn't feel rushed. It had everything that needed to be in there. And I'm really hoping, because it's Netflix, I'm really hoping that same energy goes into season 2 of it, the second part of it. Because you just did that with Wednesday. You did the first one, full 8 episodes, and now you split and crap. Do not, if you're going to only bring 8 episodes back of One Piece, please don't do that.
I will tell you that Netflix is getting a lot of flack for this decision. Like, people are not happy, and understandably so.
8 episodes.
8 episodes. That's not enough.
Like, you got the money.
And again,
put the love and care that you need to put in here, but without also not tiring out and wearing out your actors. So.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're taking 3 years to get to it, you should have had had a hell of a good plan build up the whole way through.
It needs to be Avatar, like the Blue People, Avatar worthy, with all the CGI and the acting and the acrobats they have to do,
and the storytelling,
all that they have to do for Avatar. It better be that type of level of work put into it. I'm not saying there's not a lot of work put into what you got, but it's like pacing wise. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because Avatar is beautiful. It's a beautiful movie. I like 1 more than 2, but that's just my preference. It's a beautiful movie. But it's one of those, like, you know, when you watch, you goes, oh, they took their time on this. Oh, they really, like, I understand why I had to wait a decade and a half, not that long, but you know, like, it felt that way.
Long it was,
it felt that way for this because you took your time. You actually put the proper work in there to where the story still flowed.
Yeah.
Now it's again back to One Piece. I'm nervous now because if y'all only do 8 episodes again, which granted the 8 episode covered 60 episodes of the anime, so that's a huge chunk compared to, and they cut it in a way that still made sense. Nothing felt like it was cut out, and it was beautifully done. I'm hoping they keep that same energy. Please do not start butchering this because unlike Wednesday, which is just a cult classic and family, this is anime we're talking about. Don't mess this up.
You will get many people coming at you full anger if you mess it up.
Don't mess this up. This is anime. Okay, it's like K-pop. Okay, you watch yourself. Mind what you say. Be respectful. Do it right. Right.
And that's why K-pop Demon Hunters is so successful because they had people do it right. Like,
do it right.
Let's make sure we get this right.
The voices were beautiful. So that's our take on Wednesday. Again, like I said, I'm going to wait till the full thing comes out.
And I'm just gonna probably hope that I remember, because I don't suspect that I'll remember all that well a month from now that I cared, because frankly the first 4 episodes were not something I cared that much about.
Something that's gonna hold my attention.
Nope.
It's very much like you start in liking something and then it just tapers off. It's kind of like with me in animes. If you can't grab my attention within the first 3 episodes,
you're not gonna.
Yeah, you're probably not going to. And there's some though that the pacing was just, it took too long to really get to the point that I was like, all right, I'm bored. Can I just skip? Like I'm skipping through the show. But other than that, no shade on the actors and the decisions that was made for unfortunately some actors not being able to continue on. It's just how they cut so much out.
Yeah.
But I really would have liked to have seen some of those characters coming back. Because even in season 1, even if it was like a minor scene, people was like, that person, like you still got their attention.
And they did that with pretty much every character really so far, which is good. So except for that one artist character. I'm like,
the problem with that is also because he was leading up to be a important figure in this next season. That's the issue I have with certain shows that do that.
And I can't help but wonder if somehow he's going to come in halfway through.
If they do,
and become important now.
If they do, I'd be shocked. I would be nice, but I'd be shocked. But anywho, well, that's all we got for today.
Yep.
See you in the next one.
Later.